Hi everyone, this is Matt Alessandrini here with another screencast on how to use technology in your classroom. Today what I want to do is I want to start a series on how to use iTunes, not only how to set things up, how to find things, but also how to use it in your classroom. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why would I want to use iTunes in my classroom? I thought that was more of a personal entertainment type of program. Well, that is true, but iTunes can also be used for many different things. It has a lot of podcasts on it, which are information brought by other people to you that you can put on your iPod. It has a lot of good songs on it, and it also has a lot of good books that you can download as well, and videos. And I'm going to talk about more reasons why why you should use iTunes in your classroom as we go along with these videos here. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is you actually want to go ahead and download iTunes if you haven't already. To do that, you just want to go to www.itunes.com. That'll take you right to the iTunes store and the Apple Store, and then you can go ahead and download iTunes for free. And I really highly suggest doing it because it's free and it's a very good program. So then you go ahead and you get on iTunes and you have your iTunes set up. Now, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and show you is how to put music on your iTunes from a CD. Well, I know a lot of us, me included, have lots of CDs, and we were thinking, okay, how can we put the music from the CDs onto the iTunes? So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put the CD inside the computer. So I'm going to do that right now. It'll take a few seconds. Then what happens is after a few seconds, the disc will go and it'll come up and it'll automatically have what your songs are, or what your music or your list is going to be. And then this box comes up saying, would you like to import the CD World War Z, Don't Laugh, Disc 1 into your iTunes library? You can do it. Has the automatic default is yes, you want to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and say no, and here's the reason why. The reason why is a lot of times I'll put music on and I have no idea where it's going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly where I'm going to put it. This is actually telling the music where is it going to go. To do that, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and create a playlist. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to come up here to File. I'm going to click on File. I'm going to go ahead and click on New, and there are a whole bunch of different options. There's a playlist, a smart playlist, and a playlist folder. I'm going to click on Playlist. And then what happens is if you notice over here on the right, it says Playlist 0 items, and I can go ahead and name it. I'm going to go ahead and name this one World War Z. Again, don't laugh. It's a really pretty good book. So then finally, we have our playlist created, and you can see there are 0 items in here. So you can do a couple of things here. You can go ahead and click on Import CD, or what I like to do is I like to click on each number, and I can go ahead and click and hold, and I can drag it over here, and it will go ahead and start downloading it right under there. It says send audio information from the CD to Grace Note. This information, Grace Note is something you can do. I usually don't do it. I'm going to click Don't Send. This has nothing to do with if it's going to go over to your playlist or not. So I'm going to click Don't Send. Now as you can see over here on the left hand side, you'll notice this little spinning circular thing. That's just showing you that it is loading right now and processing. And if you come back over here to the right side, it'll have the very first song that you put on here. And then you come back over here, you'll notice there's a check mark saying that, hey, that's already been downloaded, or I should say has already been imported. Now that can take a long time going one by one. And as teachers, I know we don't have a lot of time on our hands to do it one by one. So let me show you something else. Go ahead and click on the next one that you want. But then after you see that it's highlighted in blue, like you notice that the dark blue, what I want you to do is come all the way down to the bottom. And what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and hit the Shift button on your computer, hit Shift, and then go ahead and click this bottom one. You'll notice all of them are highlighted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click anywhere in the highlighted blue, and I'm going to click and hold the left mouse button, and I'm going to drag it all the way over here, like we did before, and I'm going to let it go. Now what's going to happen is that it's going to go ahead and download all of these different songs right in order, right onto your playlist. So I'm going to go ahead and let that load in just a second. Okay, so now you're going to notice that all of the songs from the left-hand side are now over here on the right hand side. This means that now my songs have been added to my iTunes list. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Done, and now it's actually stored in there. So now let me go ahead and show you actually how to find that list on your iTunes information or iTunes folder. You come up here right below where it says File and Edit. You're going to notice that there's a CD. It says World War Z Disc 1. I'm going to click on that. That actually shows what the CD is. So I can actually go ahead and click this eject button, and it will eject my CD. But oh goodness, now you notice it's come up to all of these different pieces of music right here. So now you're going to notice I'm in the music section. There's no longer any CD section. I'm in the music section. That's where we want to be at right now. So I'm in the music section. Now the music section has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs. What you're going to want to be considerate about, or probably this is what I usually use. I usually look at the playlist. That's what you want to consider. So I'm going to click on the playlist, and here are all of my different playlists that I have. Now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to notice that I have a World War Z set up. Now I created another World War Z. That's something different for some other time. But here's my World War Z down here, and here it is. And I can go ahead and click this.
One of my orderlies, the one,
and it already goes ahead and it plays it. So now that's actually on my computer. So how do I now? The next step is, okay, I finally have downloaded it. So what do I do next? The next thing you can do is you can put it on an iPod for your students to listen to, or you can actually just play it on an entire computer and sound system for the entire class to listen to. It's really up to you. So in this podcast, or I should say in this screencast, you learned how to put music from a CD onto your iTunes account. What I'm going to go ahead and show you on our next podcast, or screencast, our next screencast, is I'm going to show you how to go into the iTunes store and how to go ahead and find podcasts and other things that are free, or maybe not so free, that you can go ahead and put on your iTunes account. Well, that's all I have for now. Talk to you guys later.